right. All right. So this is John Mckaig, art teacher at Bloomsburg. You're infamous, I hear. So I'm just gonna
If you
ask you
say
some questions
if you say
about
so, if you say so.
among my friends you are at least.
Oh,
Yeah.
but infamous is bad. Are you sure that's the case?
Maybe famous. That's a better way to say
Okay.
it.
Oh,
All right. So
okay.
which social media app do you use the most and why?
I only use Instagram, and I use it to mostly publicize my work and my exhibitions, things like that.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Putting yourself
That's,
out
I
there.
mean, there's not much personal stuff on there. Once in a while, I'll post something like political, I guess, and I'll post also sometimes my students' work. But I'd say 80 to 90% of it is my artwork and, information about exhibitions and things like that.
Yeah, no, I post political things on my story as well. That's kind of what I use Instagram for.
Mm.
Um, why do you use social media in spite of the amount of data companies steal from consumers?
Well, I try not to think about it, or I try not to post too much personal stuff except for my work. But I do it because, in a sense, it's necessary now. You have to do it you know, to publicize your work. I mean, I have connected with a lot of artists and also gotten into some exhibitions through connecting with some galleries and museums. And so it's helped that in a professional context.
Yeah, no, I think you're definitely right when you said it's kind of necessary in a way. And
Right.
it's something I feel like a lot of people can just ignore and look past, even if it's not a good thing that the what the companies are doing.
Mm.
All right.
I figure too that they're getting data. I don't know. It seems like it's impossible to avoid at this point with just with your cell phone or whatever, So, you know, anyway, it's
Yeah,
just a
no,
necessary thing at this point. Yeah.
I agree 100%. Which social media site, if any, do you try to avoid and why?
Oh, I mean, besides all of them, I mean, I would say, I mean, I follow fellow artists and friends and family on Instagram, and that's it. I don't do Facebook or TikTok or whatever. I don't do any of
Okay,
those.
so you try to avoid like all of them except for Instagram.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Um, how do you think your use of social media differs from how the youth uses social media?
To how, say it again? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that last part.
How do you think your use of social media differs from how the youth uses social media?
Oh, I mean, I don't know, only because, like, for example, I don't allow my students to follow me on, and until they're not my students anymore, and vice versa. I don't follow them either because I feel like
Mhm.
I don't want them to feel like they're being, I don't know, watched isn't the right word, but I think it might be uncomfortable for some of them if I see things that maybe they wouldn't want one of their professors to see. That might not be that big of a deal to them, but I have to say it might make me uncomfortable as well. So my sense is that they're posting a lot of personal information. I don't know if that's true, and of course that depends on the person. But considering what I hear in the news and whatever, what the kids today are doing, I'm like, my sense is they're using it and posting, um, social events and friends stuff and what they did last weekend and that kind of stuff. To me, that's boring, I have to say, and also kind of like pointless. Like I don't need to know that, about, I'd rather have a more in-depth conversation face to face than follow them on Instagram. So,
Yeah, no,
um,
I understand. It's like a
yeah,
personal code. I think it makes sense.
yeah.
All right.
So my feeling is that they're doing a lot of personal information. And actually, I just thought of this. I mean, I've known not a lot, but I've known a couple of cases where students have gotten in trouble for, like they've not gotten jobs, or, because the companies will want to see their posts. They want their login for their Instagram or whatever. And
Hmm.
then they find something that they posted that they're like, we don't really think you're for us anymore. So it's not a lot, but it's happened. And I think it's a lot of companies now, they want your login so they can see what you're posting, and
Yeah.
yeah, so
No, I understand that. All right, one last question here. Do you
sure.
think social media does more good or bad for society?
uh wow, it's hard to say. I mean, for a lot of, I think it's maybe leaning toward more bad. That's what I think. I mean, if we didn't have it, there would be other ways of, like, for example, for me to promote my work. I think it makes it easier that way, but it's easy to get distracted by it and sucked in by it, as I'm sure everyone
Yes.
knows. But
Yes.
so I think in the overall, I would say it's negative. But then, I find out about things. I follow politicians, and I follow civil rights people. I learn, it's just you have to be really selective about it. And frankly, I don't think a lot of people are. They just follow to get
Hmm.
to get likes and stuff, whatever.
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely agree. I think companies, their purpose is kind of to get you sucked into these things
Right,
and
right.
mindlessly scroll, mindlessly post, stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I think that's kind of one of the unfortunate parts of social media. So
Yes.
yeah, well that's all I got for you. Thanks for showing
Okay.
up. Yeah.
No problem. Good luck with everything. Everything's going okay with you at
Yep,
school and stuff?
yep.
Yeah,
All
that's good
right.
to